Truman Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Ready, play.
Right out of the gates, Lance going to the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They try and run on first down, but this one's going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. On the move past the 40. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price, and able to get this to the 31. Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Cottrell, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Ready, ready. Hey, go steal.
Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, go here.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Go ready.
The Lance going to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing now is Locke. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Walker now on 1st and 10, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Seahawks at 2-11 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Block off of play action. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On the ready.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Ready.
Caught on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Davis Price is in. Touchdown, 49ers.
Did my eyes deceive me, or was that an I formation play that was just run there for a touchdown?
Little old school eye.
How about that? Was that a fullback, tailback, running it into the end zone?
Well, that's what that fullback's for, right? That's why you use that. Let him pave the way.
Oh, without a doubt. He's an extra blocker, and he did his job well on that play.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
It's just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hands, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Now Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On second down, Cottrell, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's go.
Lance looking to throw it. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
But once again, it's Mitchell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you...
Walker hit and the ball is out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Now Gould for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Block going to throw. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Lance now on first down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To try again after the sack. Locke. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Block now to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Looking to throw again on second down. Locke. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw it is Locke. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to...
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all... Do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a third and long. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. The kick by Gold is good, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Take it in at the 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Locke. And Walker has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 61 yards on the ground for him so far.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. Here's Locke to throw. And that is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Back to Walker on first down. And some room to roam now. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Seahawks are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a handoff up the middle. Cottrell 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. To throw again on second down. Lance, that's complete left side to Gray. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first. To throw, it's Lance. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Lance to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
On 3rd and long, it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fielded at about the 28. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Locke on the bootleg. Throw out wide to Walker. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that will be incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Let's go.
Now Locke, gotta have this one. He's got his tight end fan. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure
Ready.
and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Ready.
They'll run on first down. Cottrell. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards. Here's Lance. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown 49ers. Nathan Cottrell from 10 yards out. And the 49ers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Gold to add the extra point. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Locke. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Throwing now is Locke. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick six on the other side, and now they get a pick six of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for six. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick six from earlier in this game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And my goodness, another interception. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Lance. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
Here we go.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Steal. Check steal.
Up the middle they go. Cottrell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Let's go.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mitchell will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Lock. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you.
And now here is another interception. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding the football. It's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel from 17 yards out. And the 49ers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Sticking with Walker on second down. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 103 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the fourth quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 41. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave